Well, I just got this super rare Rosemary prop from Spirit Halloween. Yes, the Spirit Halloween version. This is the old white dress version, not the Morris Costumes one, or the new Haunted Hill Farm one coming out this year, which I was planning to get. But I'm so much more happy that I found an original Spirit one. It even has the original box, the instructions, as well as store display instructions. I'm super lucky to have found this one for $85, and I cannot wait to unbox, set up, and demo this original Rosemary Zombie Girl for you all. Well, look what I have found right here. This is a Rosemary Zombie Girl from Spirit Halloween. I found her locally for $85 and not too sure if it fully works or not yet. I guess we'll find out in this video. I'm hoping it does. But this is a pretty cool pickup for me because I knew that the Haunted Hill Farm Company was bringing back the original, which is this one, the original Rosemary Zombie Girl, with this clothing and just detail. It's going to look a lot like this one. And I really wanted to get that one, but I would much rather have an original model. And this one comes with the box and the instructions. It's all there. It's all complete. It's a perfect example of one. So let's check it out here. So I guess we should start looking at the box itself. It's a very small box, but it does have some good weight to it, probably because of the sandbag that holds her down. But here's the front of the box. It's got some little phrases and stuff and details. The side is just her looking at you. I think this is exactly the same as the other side. And then this too is the same as the smaller side. Something I did find interesting is when I got it, it had this tape over it. And I'm not really sure exactly what this is for, but it has Spirit logos on it. So I'm wondering if this was like an old seal. If anyone knows, let me know, because I've seen a couple other boxes that happen to have this tape, and I'm wondering where it came from and whatever. One thing that I thought was that maybe this was a store display model, but I'm not too sure on the year of this one, so I'm not sure if they still did it when this one was released. This one does have a price tag of $159.99. That basically rules out that this isn't a first year edition of her. But enough of the box, let's see what's in the box. One thing that I noticed is that it has a styrofoam padding on it, probably for the head because it is a tight fit. And like I said before, this is a pretty small box. I'm surprised at how everything fits in here. But just sliding this out, you can see everything that Rosemary comes with. And you can see right here we have two different sets of instructions, which I found interesting. I don't know if they all came like this or only store displays, which is why I was questioning it. This one says, do not sell this display item prior to October 15th. So that's pretty interesting right there. And so this one came with both of these. And then you have the original instructions, which I would assume would be what comes with all of the props. So that's the one thing that makes me wonder with the Spirit tape on the box, and that it also has these instructions. Kind of makes me wonder if it's a store display. I'm not too sure though. So here is the mechanism. And it is very close to a jumping spider looking mechanism. It has the spring loaded mech right here, and it also has this little pole extension that's probably for another pole, but we all know that she lurches out at you. This one comes with a 6-volt 2-amp adapter plug, as well as a foot pad jack. You have on, off, and then foot pad mode. Here you have some feet. These are black plastic feet, and they also have foam bushings on the sides of them. Some of the prongs are a little worn out on some of these, but this one still has the key, which is attached to the Velcro piece, which is pretty cool. I've got the adapter in its white box still. Here it is. And this one has the specs of like what props you want to use it with. So there's a whole list of props on there. I see Coat Rack Monster, Lunging Lily, Jack-O-Lunger, Peekaboo Penny, Pop-Up Zombie, Broken Girl. There's a lot of them. So that kind of dates it as well. I think this is a newer item. This is the newer counterpart. So probably 2014, 2013 maybe. Somewhere around there. I don't think it's the early one though. We've got a support pole, plastic. Rosemary herself. She looks menacing with the eyes with no pupils. She's got cuts all over her face. She's eating a brain, and then a bunch of blood drips all over her. The dress has some blood on it too, which is pretty cool. Got another support pole right here, and this one has some pivoting, a pivot point in 2 places. So I can imagine what that's going to probably be for. And then last but not least, you have got the weight right here, and this is just another foot. This is probably the back foot that has some weight in it, probably like sand or gravel or something like that, and it just weighs it down. I'm not sure on how good of a job that does. But that's everything that's in the box, so let's start with her setup. Okay, so after briefly looking at the instructions, there's a bunch of labeling on the base mechanism here. So we're going to just match the letters basically. We got A, another A, and another A, and then we have B. And the B is the one with the weight on the back, so let's just wrap that in and flip it over gently here. So these two have a C to C connection, so let's just snap that on. Yeah, it goes like that. Bit of a tight fit. Here we go. That isn't going anywhere. Oh, okay. So then this end is labeled D, and then that goes onto the mechanism like that, and then E to E. So there's the E right here, and that just locks into there. So there's that all done. It looks like we're almost set up here. So on Rosemary, you have a plastic piece right here that probably just gets snap locks into the pole. There we go. That's locked in. I was reading the instructions, and it said that there was a upper pole, and I was like, where is the upper pole? And I was kind of concerned for a little bit there, but it's actually, I think the previous owner had it and just never deattached it from the actual torso piece. So it's on there, but it's really short, and I was just kind of taken back because I didn't realize how small she was. Next up, we're going to take the wires here and plug them in. Make sure there's a clear pathway for them. Nothing's binding or getting caught. And then lastly, there's this little clip that gets put onto this O-shaped plastic piece, and that's a really tight fit. Let's see if I can get her to pull back. There we go. No shot. Is it really that tight of a clearance on here? I mean, it says to hook it on, so if that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be, but I'm just a little concerned about the fact that this is like aching up here. So I guess it's probably to help it go back, like recline back, but we'll see. All that's left to do is to plug her in, plug in a try me button, and then just Velcro everything back up, and we'll be ready to see her work. All right, here she goes. She's 10 years old. Look at her work. So far, it looks like she basically fully works. So she's in the rest position. Step on the try me button. She fully works. How cool is that? She fully works. Everything works on her. What an awesome find this is. For $85, you cannot go wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got the instructions, it's got the box, everything is there. This is really a good find, and I'm really happy to find her. So in case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy. The only thing that I guess I didn't really expect to realize was just how small she is. She barely stands above this countertop back here. And here's Peekaboo Penny for comparison. You can see that she isn't really tall in the first place, but she absolutely towers over Rosemary. But I really can't complain. I don't think anything's missing from her, considering that I looked on the instructions and the labels were all matching. So I don't think there's a pole missing. And also by the fact that how hard it was to get that wire to connect to that little O-ring tip thing at the back. I think it's all complete. It's smaller than I thought, I guess. I never realized how tiny she was. But I mean, honestly, she's really cool as just being a prop, that's just being a character. The jump scare is just an added benefit to it. Her eating the brain and looking around and stuff is cool enough. The jump scare just is like icing on the cake at that point, I think, personally. But we just saw her work in the daytime. Let's skip to the nighttime demo and see what she could look like at night under some cool lighting. So there she is, the Rosemary animatronic from Spirit Halloween. Super excited to have her, super happy for the price, because I was planning to get the new one from Haunted Hill Farm, but getting a Spirit one with the box and everything, I think is so much cooler being the collector I am. And the fact that she fully works and didn't need any repairs to it is amazing. So I'm definitely going to be sure to try to keep her in that condition. But I am really amazed that it fully works, considering the fact that I know that these are prone to breaking, considering they're like 10 years old and people might not take the best care of them or don't know how to take care of them or leave them outside. But for the fact that this one's fully working, I am just amazed by. But like I'm sure most of you are, I'm really happy that she is coming back to Haunted Hill Farm, and I'm really happy that people are going to have the opportunity to actually get her now, and hopefully she's a little improved in some respect, a little more durable, I guess, considering it's been 10 years since this one came out. But let me know in the comments if you guys are excited to see Rosemary return, and the original, not the black dress one. I don't really care for the black dress one, to be honest. This one looks more real and just more creepy to me. But that is really everything I have to say in this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.